Out now will be your mini rock. So here's how we'll line them up. Inside row one, your points leader, Gianluca Petikoff. Outside row number one, the 88 of Kalen Frederick. In row two on the inside, the 14, Dylan Tavella. The Solar in the 125 starting. Fourth, fifth will be the 11, Alexandro Farmalo. Starting sixth, the number 34, Ricardo Villasmil. Tyler Gonzalez in the 157 starting seventh. Starting 8th, the 12 of Anthony Farmalo. Reese Gold in the 55, starting 9th. 10th, it'll be the 194, Sebastian Alvarez. Lachlan DeFrancesco starting in the 11th spot in the 130. 12th, it'll be the 456 of Zachary Hollinshead. Cody Crooker in the 27, starting 13th. 14th, it'll be Devin Buteau in the 08. David Morales starting 15th. 16th, it'll be DeMajan in the 08. 17th, it'll be the 52 of Jake Crawford. Chet Nolan in the 121 starting in the 18th position. Starting 19th, the 58 of Sebastian Montoya. Tyler Maxson in the 127 starting 20th. 21st, Gianno Torino in the 188. Derek Armani starting in the 22nd spot. Jeremy Fairburn starting 23rd. Camara in the number 1 starting 24th. In the 888, it'll be Lucas Marr starting in the 25th position. Jade Hubert at number 29 starting 26. Jordan Hefner in the 113 starting 27th. Exo Cabrera in the 66 will start in the number 28 position. So 28 drivers ready to roll. Again, they'll go for 12 laps. This is your mini rock. Rock Jr., you're on grid. Rock Senior Masters, your pre-grade. So again, 28 drivers signed in. As we look what's going on so far, early results. On Saturday, qualifying, 2 drivers got into that 59-second bracket. And 2 drivers, Gianluca Petikoff, your points leader, 59.884. Dylan Tavella, boy, Dylan's been right there in contention with a 59.898. Gianluca Petikoff has swept all 3 heat events so far. Dylan Tavella, a very competitive run. We've seen at least 8 lead changes between Gianluca Petikoff and Dylan in that heat number 3 event. And that was an exciting race there. Again, Matthias Solar stayed right there with him. Solar starting outside of row number 2. Solar qualified 6th early on in Saturday, had a 5th place run in heat number 1, 5th in heat number 2, 3rd in heat number 3, so don't go to sleep on the 125 of Solar. We are about to go green as they approach the start. Slowly, row number 1, Petikoff, Frederick, green is up, we're underway. Gianluca, just what the doctor ordered, going to stay right there to the inside. And Gianluca Petikoff, your early leader. Now he's going to see that go by. All of a sudden, Gianluca will drop back in the second as they come off of turn number 7, now into turn 8. Nothing to be alarmed with, plenty of time, 12 laps. And Gianluca Petikoff has swept so far the entire weekend. Quick time in qualifying, 3-time heat winner. Right now he's running second. And Gianluca Petikoff, very solid. And he'll be in pursuit now of the 14, Dylan Tavella. I got to tell you, Dylan is looking very good. Again, shot out of the gate early on Saturday with a good qualifying effort. Qualified second over the entire field. And pretty impressive with 28 drivers in the field. Qualified second behind your points leader, Gianluca Petikoff. Had a 3rd place finish in heat number 1. fourth in heat number 2, and Dylan finishing runner-up in heat number 2. So definitely got what it takes to get up there and hold on. And right now, just in a place where you want to be, your leader into turn number 9, going down that long straightaway. Another driver's been very solid here this weekend. That's the 88, Kalen Frederick. Kalen qualified in the third place position, finished second in heat number 1, second in heat number 2, and Kalen right there in heat number 4. So Kalen with 3 top 5 finishes in all 3 heat events. Keeping on that 88 machine, still very strong, running in the 4 spot. Right ahead of Kalen. Got the number 11 machine. Alexandro Formala in that third place spot. Alexandro qualified in the 11th position earlier on Saturday. Had a 6th place run in heat number 1. 7th in heat number 2. Talking about the 11th, 6th in heat number 3. So Alexandro Formala right now in a pretty good position. Currently being scored third. 0.4 of a second behind your leader. Top 4 drivers single file with a brand new leader into turn number 10. That'll be your points leader. Gianluca Petikoff takes over the top spot. So Petikoff now up front for the second time. Dylan Tavella, your other leader in that number 14. Now Gianluca again got to fight right back as Dylan gets a good run coming into turn number 1. And we'll get it right back again. So flip-flopping back and forth. And you see Gianluca waving that arm. Let's go, let's go. And he's got a freight train of traffic in behind him. Devin Buteau in the 08 slides off in turn number 2. Gets himself back going the right way. Boy, what a tough weekend going for Devin Buteau. Good competitor. Another driver having a problem. That's the 125 of Solar. Again, right there in contention. Started outside of row number 2. And now on the back end of the field for the 125. Boy, tough break for Solar. So a couple drivers having some issues. Devin Buteau comes in the weekend 4th in the point standings, and he was deadlocked again with Solar. So again, a lot on the table. Those 2 drivers dropping to the back. 12 laps. Sebastian Alvarez right now with quick time 1:0:14. Field off of turn number 1, led by Gianluca Petikoff. Boy, Alexandro Formala solid. For Alexandro right now in that third place position. Your top 5 drivers, Petikoff, Tavella running second. Alexandro in the third place position. Kalen Frederick running 4th. A solid run for Kalen. And then you got Sebastian Alvarez now in the top 5. Gonzalez running 6th. Villesmil 7th. Anthony Formala running in the 8th spot. Reese Gold, Zachary Hollins at 9th and 10th. 4 laps complete. So far, we've seen 2 different leaders, 4 lead changes among those drivers. Each of those drivers has been up to the top position twice so far. Talking about Gianluca Petikoff. It's pretty well sealed the deal to take that trip to Italy coming up in October. Dominating in the point standings coming into the weekend. But right now, worried about what's going on behind him. He's got Tavella staying on his heels on the entry to turn number 2. They're glued off turn number 2, led by Gianluca Petikoff. Man, that 88 solid again. Kalen Frederick right now running in the 4th place position. And Kalen's had a very good weekend. Running in that 3rd spot. Now Tavella going to go to the inside for the lead. He'll take it away again. There is your 5th lead change. Now Tavella going to tap the back of the head as he tries to get Gianluca to stay right with him. Boy, how about Formala in that number 11? Boy, what a run going. Alexandro Formala right now running 3rd. Top 3 drivers are glued together. Now your leader, again, going to see that go by as Gianluca Petikoff takes it away off the exit of turn number 10. 6 lead change among 2 drivers. A lot of times you see these drivers sitting back in that 3rd spot. Not bad as Tavella going to go to the inside in turn number 1. 7th lead change off at turn number 1. Keeping on that 11 machine. Again now, Gianluca going to go to the inside. Drag race side by side into turn number 2 as Tavella will take it away. Now Gianluca going to get a good run on the entry to turn number 7, 8th lead change. There's Gianluca. And I'm going to tell you right now, traffic is tightening up deep into this field. Again, you don't want a problem all the way back to Tyler Gonzalez in 7th. Tyler Gonzalez running 7th. Now Tavella going to go to the inside in turn number 10. And he's going to go to the inside. Kalen Frederick coming in. And Kalen, again, they're going to move it around. So yet another lead change, 9 lead changes. And up front, we've got a brand new leader. It'll be the number 11, Alexandro Famala. So your third different leader, 9 lead changes. They come into turn number 3. Yeah, they are stacked all the way back to Tyler Gonzalez, and at 157, Tyler being scored 7th. They'll come under the arch, and they'll work their way down into turn number 7. Again, looking to the inside. Navala going to go inside. Dylan really working that wheel, and will snatch it away. So Dylan back up front, yet your third different leader among those drivers. Dylan's been up there at least 4 times. So we've seen actually 10 lead changes among 3 drivers. As Dylan Tavilla back up to the top spot, Famalo running second. Gianluca Petikoff going to try to muscle his way back to third. Going to have the door shut on him. Now tries to get around him. So again, Gianluca Petikoff continuing to battle. Not a familiar spot for Gianluca Petikoff. He's going to try to go to the inside. Contact! There goes the 194. Going to gather it back up. That'll be Sebastian Alvarez, who was contending for a position. And Alvarez gathers it back up, going to cost Alvarez a couple positions. As your leader, Dylan Tavilla crosses the line. So Dylan, your leader, from all running second. Petikoff holds on the third. In the meantime, 8 laps complete, 4 laps remaining. So my math probably not the best, about 11 or 12 lead changes among the 3 drivers. Petikoff, Alexander Famala, and Tavella have all been up on the top position, and this one's still a ways to go with 4 remaining, and they'll come into turn number 1. And this has been some exciting turns, turn 1, turn 2, right here in front of the announcer's booth as they come into it hard. Solid run going for the number 34. Ricardo Villasmil in the top 5. In the meantime, going back to lap 5, Villasmil, quick time with a 59.855. That was back in lap 5. Again, anybody here in the top 7 in contention. You never know if your leaders make a mistake as they charge for that win here in the pre-final. So working through this pre-final, remaining laps to go in your mini rock. About 11 to 12 lead changes among the 3 drivers. Petikoff has been up there, Villasmil, and Alexandro Famalo. Boy, Alexandro very impressive here in the pre-final. Any of these drivers can get it. They'll come off that turn 12. Now they'll head down into turn number 1. Dylan Tavilla with about a 2.5 cart length advantage. Now Muscle is back in that second place position. Gianluca Petikoff brings the 101 back to second. Now we'll see if he can get on the charge. Famalo running third, drops back to third. Again, that is your points champion. Remember, as I talked earlier, Gianluca Petikoff has swept the entire weekend. Fast time in qualifying, 3 heat wins in a row. And right now, 0.6 of a second behind Tavella. Again, Dylan has been a great, crafty driver. Remember, qualified second. Finished second, heat number 3. Finished in the 4 spot, heat number 2. And third in heat number 1. So the only thing missing right now is that top spot for Dylan. Final 2 laps to go. 12 lead changes among 3 drivers. So Dylan trying to set himself up for a great spot in the final. And again, a lot of points to be figured out. Second on back, it has been so tight, and that's a battle for second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and seventh in the point standing. So there's still a lot on the table. Dylan Tavella off at turn number 2, looks over his right shoulder. He'll carry about a 2-cart length advantage into turn number 3. White flag will hang out. There it is, 1 to go. Gianluca gets a good run under the arch. He's got some momentum. The 11 going to the inside. He'll hug it. He'll take it away. Brand new leader again. Your 12th lead change. It is Gianluca Petikoff. Now they're side by side off of turn 9. Going to the inside, and Gianluca. Ken was saying now one of the drivers there, I'm not sure if it was the 11, had a little bit of a problem as they'll come into turn number 10. What a battle up front. Final couple turns, your mini rock. Here they come off of turn number 12. Tavella in pursuit of their leader, Gianluca Petikoff. It was the 11 that faded back. Here they come off turn number 2. They're going to scatter around. Villasmill stuffs it in there for second. Villasmill now going to battle. Here they come in the final couple turns. Ricardo Villasmill threatening for the win. Here they come to the arch. It'll pick up yet another win. Gianluca Petikoff scores the win. What a battle. 14 lead changes in this event as Petikoff scores the win. Ricardo Villasmill comes home second. Kalen Frederick third. Tillaville fourth. And Reese Gold will come home with a top 5 finish. Nice piece of work there for Reese Gold. Unbelievable event out of these drivers, and roughly 14 lead changes amongst the 3 drivers. Unbelievable battle and a great run. Boy, you do not want to miss this final. Dylan Tavella, I got to tell you, Dylan now heads into the pit area. That kart was dominating pretty much the entire race. And they'll all make their way into the pits.